Hey everyone, it's Heather Nichols for Tailored Expressions. Today I'm sharing how you can create a card using multiple colors of foil on a single foilet panel. The star of this project is the Foilet Garden Gallery panels. There are 6 different botanical designs to choose from. I'm also using the Foilet Modern Sentiment Labels panels, along with the Modern Sentiment Labels and Modern Sentiment Labels backer die collections. I'm using my Mini Minc for foiling, along with my Foil Magic Shim and T-Ease Fun Foil in Lime Zest and Gold. I'm using a light table, chocolate truffle liquid watercolor, and a water brush for splatters, bits and pieces gold drip drops, and finally thin foam adhesive and multi-medium matte. Let's get started. I am foiling this panel in multiple colors. I want the frame around the outside to be gold and the plant to be green. I cut a piece of gold foil to match the size of the panel. Then using a light table, I took a marker and drew a cutting line so that I can cut out the center portion of the foil. If you don't have a light table, you can also hold your foil and panel up to a window to draw the line. I took a pair of scissors and cut along that line to remove that center piece. Next, I cut down the Lime Zest foil to cover the plant image. I set my Mini Minc to a heat level of 3, and while I waited for it to warm up, I got my panel ready to go. I set my panel image side up on my Foil Magic Shim. I added the Lime Zest foil over the plant image, and then I added the gold foil frame over the frame on the panel. Once everything was in place, I put it into the carrier sheet for the Mini Minc. The green light means the Mini Minc is ready to go. I sent everything through to transfer the foil. I removed the panel from the carrier and peeled off the foil to reveal the multicolored foil design. I added splatters to my panel using chocolate truffle liquid watercolor. I picked up the color with my water brush and then tapped the brush over my finger to add the splatters to the panel. Next, I chose one of the sentiments from the Foilet Modern Sentiment Labels panels, and I trimmed that out from the panel with a pair of scissors. Next, I used the coordinating die from the Modern Sentiment Labels die collection to cut it out. I cut out a backer for the sentiment from Vellum using the coordinating die from the Modern Sentiment Labels backer die collection. I cut a piece of gold foil to cover the sentiment. And then I set that on my Foil Magic Shim, put it in the carrier, and sent it through my Mini Minc to foil the sentiment in gold. Now let's put this card together. I used the 1x3 foam strips to add the foiled panel to a Toffee card base. I adhered the sentiment to the vellum backer and then added the sentiment to the card using thin foam squares. The final touch on this card is several bits and pieces gold drip drops scattered down the design. I adhered the drip drops in place with multi-medium matte. Here's a closer look at the finished card, along with a look at 2 other cards that I created the same way using the Foilet Garden Gallery panels. I hope you enjoyed learning how I created a multicolored foil design, and maybe you'll try foiling with multiple colors of foil on your next project. You can find supplies that I used to create these cards in the Tailored Expressions web store at tailoredexpressions.com. Thanks so much for joining me today, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our crafty videos.